Hello, my name is Tally and I'm doing a reading for the sign of Libra. So hi Libra, how are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good the day you come across this message. All right. So first card out today, Libra, trust. I'm gonna pull, that's the, that trust card is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, if you're familiar with that deck. I like all the, oops. I like all the pictures in that deck. Like the cards, the art on the cards. That's too many. And this is the round Mother Peace Tarot deck. I just need a couple more cards here, Libra. What message do we have for Libra today? What messages do we have for Libra? There we go. All right. So to clarify the trust card, we actually got out the King of Cups. So maybe you're trying something new or just starting out in a relationship or sort of going through some sort of change with a relationship, and maybe it's just at its sort of infancy stages, and like I just see here there's a couple ducks on this card and they've got sort of a person in an egg there. So maybe it's something that hasn't quite, come to life yet, or entered, this world. And maybe it's something that requires you to really put yourself out there and expose your true self. Maybe this relationship requires you to really be yourself and put yourself out there. So on this side, we got the Three of Swords in reverse. And to clarify that, we're getting the Two of Pentacles. So maybe you're scared that whatever this is going to somehow break your heart. Maybe you feel like it's going to maybe not work out in some way. Maybe you feel like it's a lost cause. Maybe you feel like, it's not really, you're not really seeing anything progress with this relationship. And so you're thinking that it's just going to end in disaster. It's going to not, not grow in. Like now I'm noticing in this card, I think it's a male, but they're holding two babies in their arm, and so maybe that is sort of this, whatever this is that hasn't quite grown or hasn't quite maybe initiated yet or got off the ground yet. Maybe, this is just saying it will, and, you'll have two babies. Maybe you're, maybe you're wanting to have babies with this person. I don't know. Or maybe these are two projects that you've been working on, two sort of roads, two avenues, and you're feeling like, maybe it's going to not work out in some way, whatever you're sort of sitting on, whatever you're trying to bring about, whatever relationship this is, you feel like it's not going to progress, it's not going to move to the next stage, and you're just going to end up getting hurt. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, why you feel like, it's going to happen again. On this side, we're getting the Ten of Swords in reverse. And clarifying that, we got the Ace of Wands. So, to me, this is saying, the heartbreak, the bad turn of events that maybe has happened in the past, it's over. Maybe you're feeling like, maybe you are, or you were going through kind of a rough patch in a relationship. Maybe you were going through a rough patch with something in your life, and you feel like it's just going to be the same. It's not going to change. But to me, this Ace of Wands is kind of saying like a rebirth, a new beginning, and it is sort of emphasizing the egg, right? Like the egg in this card, you can see, is cracking open. It is going to come to life. It's maybe gonna come to life quite quickly, or quite, a lot faster than what you think, because look at all it looks like fire around this egg. So maybe it is going to sort of burst into life, or crack open sort of unexpectedly and quickly, and it's not going to be this devastation, this bad outcome that maybe you're expecting. I feel like this is what you're expecting up here, and this is actually what's going to happen, or the truth. And same with this, you're expecting heartbreak, but this is what's going to happen. You're going to have something that is going to grow, and maybe you're going to be juggling a few things. So maybe you're going to be juggling a new relationship in family, or maybe you're going to be, which is a good problem to have. So, at the bottom of this deck, we got the Justice card in reverse. So I think this is just saying that, you're not being balanced in your thoughts, or whoever this is talking about is not really being balanced in the way they're thinking about this situation. Thinking about worst case scenarios instead of thinking positive. And granted, we do also have to be realistic in life, and not forget to use our brain with whatever this is, be it a relationship or something else. But I think, to also believe in, whatever your dream is, whether it be something with this relationship, or something with a project or whatever this is talking about, I think having balance, not thinking like to the extreme worst case scenario is not good. I'm going to go here next. At the bottom of this deck, we're getting the Seven of Wands. So maybe in the past, the reason why you're sort of scared is maybe it was something, like I'm getting public from this card. I don't know why. So maybe the whatever was heartbreaking or whatever happened in the past, maybe it was a public loss or a public something maybe hurting your reputation. And so maybe like I just see all the people in this card and somebody speaking. So maybe, you know, just scared that this is going to maybe ruin some type of public persona or some sort of public reputation, whatever relationship this is. Maybe it's unconventional or with somebody maybe people wouldn't expect you to be with, or maybe it's an area in your career that you're going into that is totally not what you normally do. And so it's sort of like, because some sort of past or some sort of heartbreak in the public eye happened before, you're just not wanting that to happen again. So maybe that just increases your fear of what could happen, and, you know, feeling those extreme emotions when technically, you know, we should be more balanced about our thinking about it. So at the bottom of this deck, we're getting the Nourishment card. So maybe in order to get into more of a balanced state, maybe you need to somehow nourish yourself, which will then sort of outwardly, you know, affect our thoughts and our well-being. So just if you are, just make your health and everything else a priority to bring you more into balance. I've actually seen people talk about how even, for example, food, the types of food you eat could affect, you know, other things like the way you're feeling and the way you're thinking and how it affects your body and how it's all connected. So I think whatever you do, it doesn't have to be food. I mean, there is a lot of food in this card, but it doesn't have to be food, right? It could be anything on how you nourish yourself, how does your soul get filled up, you know, how can you fill yourself up? And I'm not talking about nourishment from whoever this is you're in a relationship with, or whoever, whatever job this is. I'm not talking about getting nourishment from that. I'm talking about getting nourishment from yourself, doing things that you know will nourish yourself for yourself. So that's what I think will bring you into balance, or sort of turn this card right side up, so that, you know, your thoughts are not to the extreme. So you're not like, these are all thoughts, right? These two cards, they're swords. So these are all thoughts, so that your thoughts start aligning with what you actually want in this relationship or in this career project or whatever we're talking about here. So hopefully this reading helped you today, Libra. Until next time, see you.